911 emergency.
Yes, I'm in the middle of the field. It's like we're just pushing guys over. Right here going towards Javelin on both sides. My truck ran out of gas. There's one car here. You got to take the bitch to the woods. Quick burning.
Okay, now run that by
The
me.
one I talked to him, I surely ran into him.
Ah, you ran into him. Okay.
That's the first guy.
You need an ambulance?
Yes, no, I need the cops.
Okay. Is anybody hurt? Hello? Hello? Hello?
In this video, real or make-believe, we start with a call that begins with panic. Not shouting, not screaming, breathless, strained, as if he's trying to explain something while still running from it. At 12:50 a.m. on August 9th, 2013, Brandon Lawson dialed 911 from a stretch of highway outside Bronte, Texas. What he said next would confuse dispatchers, investigators, and listeners for years. He told them he was being chased. He said there were people. He said they weren't human. Then the call cut out. Brandon Lawson was a 26-year-old father of 4. He had struggled with substance abuse in the past, but at the time of the call he had been working, maintaining family relationships, and making plans for the future. Earlier that night, he ran out of fuel while driving along Highway 277. He pulled over, called his brother for help, and waited by the roadside in the dark. When his brother arrived, Brandon was gone. Only his truck remained, hazard lights blinking. The 911 call was the last confirmed contact anyone would ever have with him. When investigators reviewed the audio, they struggled to agree on what Brandon was actually saying. Some believed his words were distorted by panic and poor signal. Others insisted certain phrases were unmistakable. Listeners claimed they could hear him say things like, "Yes, I'm being chased," and "There's a whole bunch of them," followed by a final chilling line that sounded like, "I'm in the middle of a field." Search teams combed the area for days. The terrain was harsh, open, and unforgiving. There were no signs of a struggle, no blood, no tracks that led anywhere meaningful. Dogs lost the scent. Brandon had simply vanished. Official explanations leaned toward disorientation, drug-induced paranoia, exhaustion, panic. Authorities suggested he may have wandered off and succumbed to the elements. The case went cold, but the audio never settled. People noticed something strange about Brandon's tone. He wasn't rambling, he wasn't slurring. His speech, while frantic, sounded focused, intentional, as if he was describing exactly what he was experiencing. Then there was the location. If Brandon was hallucinating, why did he move so far from his vehicle? Why were there no remains found for years in an area that had been thoroughly searched? And why did multiple independent listeners hear the same phrases in the call, even when they were played the audio without context? In 2022, partial human remains were discovered not far from where Brandon's truck had been abandoned. They were later confirmed to belong to him. The cause of death could not be determined. The discovery closed the case on paper, but it reopened it everywhere else. Because the question was never where Brandon Lawson went. It was what he was running from. A man on the phone, a dark highway, something just out of sight. Re-listen to the call at the beginning of this video and decide whether you hear panic or recognition. Be sure to subscribe here for more unsettling stories.